Take precepts, stay diligent. The most I built this army, so now we militant. Your how was shy, coming like a thief in the night. Gotta stay woke, gotta watch vigilant.
So your nationality is going to be American, your race is going to be black.
But I'm black and I'm African American, so there's a lot of stuff mixed in.
You said you're not black or you're not African American?
I am African American and I'm black, so there's a lot of stuff mixed up in there.
You know, you gave me three things. So black, which is
African American.
Yeah, so black's a color, right? And then Africa is one continent, and then America is another continent, right? So, I mean, which one are you?
All of them.
All of them? Who called us that we was black and African American?
Who called us?
Yeah, who called us that? My grandma said color. She don't even say black. She don't say African American. Why she say color?
Brother grandfather was Negro.
Society called us.
You said what?
Society.
So society calls. So who do we call ourselves? What are we?
We call ourselves basically what society is.
So who would you call you?
Black.
Put them aside. Who would you call? Put them aside from what they call you. What would you call yourself?
African American.
But they called you that.
I'm calling myself that as well.
So you want to call? So what's your name?
My name is Stan.
Stan. What if I called you Stacy? Would you accept it?
If my mother named me Stacy, then
I said, what if everybody around you called you Stacy? Would you accept it?
Yeah. If my mother named me that, then I'll accept that as
No, I'm saying, your mother called you Stan. You said Stan. Your mother called you Stan. What if everybody in the world called you Stacy, but your mother called you Stan? Would you accept what they telling you or what your mother called you? All right. So why you accept what these people call you as African American? You just said you're African American, but they called you.
But there's something in them. There's a lot in them. There's a lot of them.
What we're trying to show you is,
What are you trying to tell me?
We're not African American. We're not black. All right. These things is given to us. Right? We actually God's chosen people, the Israelites. Right? That's who we truly are. Right? No, our heritage, our language, our land, that it was taken from us. Right? This Bible, the history that's in this Bible, right? It shows you who we really are. Bring it out.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Would you agree that our people discontinue from their heritage? You don't know what I agree? Meaning they don't know. Meaning, no, I'm saying the heritage means you have a language, right? You have certain clothes you wear, right? You have land, right? You have certain foods that you eat, right? That's a heritage. Now, what is our people's heritage today? No, I'm saying, I'm asking you, what is our heritage today as a people, as so-called black and African American? What would be our heritage? No, I'm saying, I mean, that's
what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to get at?
Bring it out real quick.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7.
We don't have our heritage no more. Look around. Our people is following the ways of a land that we was taken captive to. Now we keep it 4th of July. What was our people doing in 1776?
The only nation that has really kept their heritage is
What is our people? What was our people doing in 1776? 4th of July. What were our people doing? Huh?
Celebrating the 4th of July.
Our people, the so-called blacks, would celebrate 4th of July in 1776 when they created.
1776, no, we were fighting the war. War in 1776.
It was on plantations.
On plantations with slaves.
Some of us were. Some of us still fighting.
Yeah, but if you wasn't fighting their war, was you fighting another man's war? If you wasn't fighting the war, you was on the plantation. Right? So what I'm showing you, brother, is we're following a heritage that's not ours. Our people is keeping things that's not ours, right? Keeping Christmas. The Lord never said keep Christmas. The Lord never said keep 4th of July. The Lord never said do these things. So what I'm trying to show you is we lost who we really are, right? And the Bible shows you who we really are, right?
I'm not denying on any of that.
So that's what we're trying to show you. So you understand?
But what do you want trying to convey to me? You're trying to convey to me that we lost our heritage along the way by assimilating with American,
right?
And our cultures changed. I'm not denying.
What I'm trying to show you is that you got to come back to your nationality, back to your heritage, and back, and most importantly, coming back to God.
Okay, so
Right, bring that out.
Deuteronomy.
17 and 4. Finish that out.
This the book of this the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
And the first step is you have to understand why we lost our heritage. Why these things happen. Right, read that.
Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage,
Right, so we discontinue from our heritage, read on.
that I gave thee,
That the Lord gave us, read on.
and I will cause thee to serve thine
And you
enemies.
gonna do what?
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest
Now,
not.
what people serve their enemies in a land they didn't know? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Right, but this after Egypt.
Okay, so this back up. Well, what the Africans
So what about the people that came over here? On boats. Right, so that can link up with the people that came over here. They went and served their enemies in the land they didn't know. Right, you know? Why did those things happen? I'm going to show you.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17. You got it? It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. It said, thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Why?
For ye have kindled a fire in my anger.
Yeah, what?
Ye have kindled a fire in my anger.
You know?
For ye have, which shall burn forever.
Right, so the children of Israel, they kindled a fire in the Most High anger, meaning they disobeyed the Most High. But what did they do to disobey him? What was the thing that they were supposed to do? Do you know that? Right. Go to Deuteronomy 28, 45.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 25. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
He said what?
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee,
Tell me why.
and overtake thee,
What was the reason?
till thou be destroyed.
Why?
Because thou
He said,
hearkenest,
because what?
because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy
What
God.
happened?
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy
To
God.
do what?
To keep his commandments.
To do what?
To keep his commandments
You know?
and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Right, so that's why. Because they didn't keep the commandments of the Lord that the Lord gave them for a heritage. Right? Right, so the laws was a heritage to Israel. That's why he said you're going to discontinue from it. Right? And he gave us over to our enemies. Right? So that's the reason why we went through the things we went through. That's how we discontinued and started following these other ways. Right? Now we keep it down 4th of July. Right? Shooting fireworks. God, hold on. You said what? Right. Even unto this day. Right? So that's what we're teaching is, yeah, even unto this day. Yeah. Why people
Well, I guess we are. Because they call the idol,
anything can be an idol. You put it before the Most High God. Right? So what we're trying to tell you is, brother, we are the Israelites according to the Bible. Right? The things that we go through as a people is because we disobeyed the Most High, because we broke his commandments. Right? So we have to come back to the Most High, repent, and start keeping his commandments. Right? Following? Do you know any commandments of the Most High God?
There are a lot of commandments. But it's more than
Yeah, it's more than that. Do you know any of them outside the 10 commandments that we got to keep?
not really.
Right? First, give me Jeremiah. Go back to that Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10. Are you out here to celebrate 4th of July?
I'm just out here celebrating.
Celebrating that? You sure?
I'm 100% positive.
So you going home soon?
I'm going to my house.
Yeah, you going to your house soon?
Yeah.
No, some people, you know what some people out here for, right? You know what some people out here for, right?
Most of the people out here celebrate
4th of July. Okay. But this
You
one.
want to say that's a pagan holiday and all that. Yeah.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
No, it's their holiday, right? Because, I mean, that wasn't made for us, right? It was made because they was free from the British over there. Right? It's not for us. We were slaves during that time, 1776. Right? You know?
The book of Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, Learn not the way of the heathen.
What?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
No.
And be not dismayed at the signs of
But
heaven.
the point is, he said, learn not the way of the heathen. Right? Don't go and follow the ways that they go. Right? But that's how people, they seen and heard these fireworks going off, they having a good time. Then they wanted to start following those ways. Right? But they're putting that over the Most High God, who said, follow my laws. Right? And that's what distanced them from the Most High. Right? It turned them and made them a part of these other nations. Right? But now we have to come back to the Most High. Isaiah 55 and 6. Bring it up.
It's a commandment too. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, and verse number 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nations.
You said what?
And ye shall not walk in the manners of the
So you
nations.
shouldn't walk in the manners of the other nations. Right? Because the Lord made us a holy and set apart nation. He gave us these laws to be different than these other nations around us. Right? And you're going to be my people. Right? They walk in these laws so they can see those things and understand that these are the wise people.
It said, and ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation which I cast out before you.
Right?
For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhor them.
Right? So if you go up in the chapter, they committed idolatry, right? Abomination, right? Bestiality, all type of madness.
Witchcraft.
Right? Witchcraft. The Lord cast these nations out, right? And put us in our land. And the Lord said, hey, don't follow the manners of these people, right? Because we not like them. Right? The Lord gave us these laws to be holy and set apart. Right? So, I say it's being your best interest, right? As God showed the people of Israelites to come back to these laws and be set apart by God. Right? Bring that up.
It's Isaiah 55 and 6.
Bring it out.
Seek ye the Lord while he may be
Right?
found.
So the Lord said you got to seek him while he may be found, because a destruction is coming. Right? Pestilence is coming. A war is coming. Right? These things is coming. Right? Read on.
Call ye upon him while he is
You
near.
got to call upon him. You got to pray. Right? You got to repent. Ask for forgiveness. Those things you have to do right now. Read on.
Let the wicked forsake his way.
He said what?
Let the wicked forsake his
Right?
way.
Meaning you got to let go of the things of this world. Right? And come back to the Most High by keeping his commandments. Right? Read on.
And the unrighteous man his
Right?
thoughts.
So that's what we got to do. We got to come back to the Most High to repent. Right? And by keeping his commandments. Right? Now we're going to get a couple commandments from the brother. Outside the ones we bring. You got Leviticus 11.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the
swine.
swine.
What swine, brother? You know what swine is? Pig. Pork? Lion. You said what? Lion. You do?
Though he divide the hoof and be covered-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean unto you.
What the Lord said about
He is
that?
unclean to you.
Right? So the Lord said that pork is unclean. Right? Now, us as Israelites, what we have to do? As Israelites, what did the Lord tell us to do?
The hog, I mean, not eat the pig.
Not to eat the pig.
Yeah.
So you as an Israelite, are you going to stop eating the pig?
I am not, to be honest with you.
So you
No,
said
I
you're
am not.
And
I am not.
And that was the problem with our people. They were disobedient to the Most High and cast us off, or cast us forth to our enemies. Right? Now we living in a land that wasn't ours. Right? Now we had to work and work and work and have no rest. Right?
That's what the Bible says.
That's what the Bible says. Hey, we had mighty forefathers that would rather die than eat pork. We had chief elders, right, that would rather die than eat pork.
Yeah.
Would you be a man of God and stand up for God
Yeah.
and rather die than eat what the Lord told you not to eat?
I said I will eat pork, but and I said I'm not going to stop eating pork.
Why won't you?
I'm going to have to face it.
I mean, Isaiah 66. You said you have to face
I'm
it.
going to have to face God, and
What if, I mean, it's going to be death.
I'm going to have to face God.
You rather die, brother?
We're all going to die, but we are going to die. I'm going to have to face God.
66 and 17.
17. Isaiah 66 and 17.
So the Lord said, if your sons standing here, they shall not taste death. Meaning their spirit won't be destroyed. Right? The Lord can destroy the spirit. I'm trying it out.
They that sanctified themselves and purified themselves in
So
the...
this is the coming of the Lord. I read that 15.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, To render his anger with fury.
He said, do what?
To render his anger with
So
fury.
the Lord coming back mad, angry, you know?
And his rebuke with flames of
How
fire.
you gonna correct the people?
And his rebuke with flames of
So
fire.
you're gonna rebuke the people with flames of fire, right? Jump down to 17. Now, this is the coming of the Lord, right? Read that.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst,
Eating what?
eating swine's flesh,
Pork?
eating swine's flesh,
You know?
and the abomination and the mouse
What's gonna happen to them?
shall be consumed
No, they're
together.
gonna be saved.
Shall be consumed
That's
together.
all good. Don't worry about it.
Shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
So the Lord said, hey, when he come back, those that eat abominations, the pork, the mouse, and anything that the Lord hates, he's gonna consume. And you're gonna get burnt in the fire. Brother, we want to pull you out of that fire, right? We don't want you to be destroyed. Give me Romans 10:1, because it's in our best, it's in our heart and our prayers that hey, you get saved, brother, and all our people get saved, right? We don't want to see you destroyed. Get brain down right along with your enemy, right along with your people.
This is what this is all about.
You said what?
That's what this is all about.
What you mean by that?
Propagating the
Isaiah 58:1.
save humanity.
Not humanity, our people. It's mixed among the heathen, mixed among the other nations. Right? That's confused. Right? We gotta pull them out of there.
Everybody that's living, regardless of whether you say you're a people, I'm by this. Propagating to save humanity from destruction.
Not humanity.
You don't want to save humanity?
We want to save the 12 tribes of Israel.
Just those?
We want to save our people. We nationalists. We only care about our people.
That's right. That's right.
We don't care about everybody else. And that's the problem with our people.
Care about us.
Right. We only care about our people. We want to save our people. Give me that Romans 10:1.
Book of Romans chapter 10 verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to
He
God
said, what are you praying for?
for Israel is.
For Israel
is.
No, everybody.
For Israel
No,
is.
so Paul is his heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is what?
That they might be
No,
saved.
that everybody be saved.
That they might be saved.
That they might be saved. Israel.
I am so confused. Paul wrapped in the Gentiles.
What Gentiles?
Whoever was not in Israel. Israelite.
So what does Gentile mean?
It's everybody. Everybody that wasn't Israelite.
That's
Was
what
a
Gentile. Gentile means everybody.
Everybody.
Gentile means anybody that's not an Israelite. You sure?
That's what I read in the Bible.
Now Gentile just means nation. We're going to the because Israel's a nation.
Israel's a nation.
So Israel can be a Gentile.
This is the Compact Bible Dictionary. Gentiles, nation, people.
It said nation, people.
Usually, it means a non-Israelite people.
Usually it means a non-Israelite people.
Usually.
But nation and a people. So go to 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 1.
My teacher tells me
Chapter
to
12 and 1.
do one or the other.
Now, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Elder?
I'm not an elder, but okay.
No, just saying because you're an aged man over me, you know what I'm saying? That's why we say elders. But can a Gentile, hold on, I want your definition one more time. A Gentile is anyone that's not an Israelite. So can a Gentile not be a Gentile anymore?
A Gentile is a Gentile.
So can they can never turn from being a Gentile?
Gentile because the two separate pieces.
Can you give me your understanding on this?
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 1. Chapter 12, verse 2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles.
He said,
Ye know that ye were Gentiles.
Word is past tense. Right. He said that ye were Gentiles. Right. You know?
Carried away unto these dumb idols.
Right, so he's speaking to his brethren. You go to 10 and 1, right? Which is
Paul.
He said that ye know that ye were Gentiles. Right. Carried away unto these dumb idols. So them following other nations, that alienated them from God. That changed them into a Gentile. Give me Psalms 106 and 35. So, I mean, the Bible is going against what you just said, because you said a Gentile can never stop being a Gentile. Well, the Lord said that.
I did see that.
Well, Paul said that.
I got to say.
They were Gentiles in past tense.
So I got a question. So if they were Gentiles, does that mean now that they're not Israelites?
Say it again.
Does that mean that they're now Israelites?
They were always Israelites, but they started following the ways of the other nations. Straighten it up. Psalms 106 and 35.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 35.
Bring it out.
He said they were carried away unto these dumb idols. They started following the ways of the other nations that was among them. I read that.
But were mingled among the
He
heathen.
said, well, what?
But were mingled among the
So
heathen.
they mingled among the heathen. It's like how people mingled among the heathen now. Now they keeping 4th of July, keeping Halloween, keeping Christmas, keeping Thanksgiving.
You're
Right?
telling me that everybody was Israelites. Everybody. All nations.
No, everyone wasn't.
That's what I just heard you say.
No. Everyone wasn't Israelites. Bring it out.
But were mingled among the
Right, so
heathen
the Israelites were mingled among the heathen and did what?
and learned their works.
And did what?
And learned their
And
works.
they learned their works. That turned them
So
into.
what were they? I'm trying to get the separation in my mind, or even this inclusion in my mind. So if they were not Israelites,
They were Israelites.
I'm asking you a
They
question.
were considered Gentiles because they followed the ways of the Gentiles. Just like our people now, they call themselves
So
Americans.
Gentiles were not nations.
Say it again.
So Gentiles were not nations.
Gentile means nation.
Gentiles mean
Any nation can be Gentile.
So
Right? It just means nation.
So Israelites can be Gentiles.
That's what we're showing. That's why we said that the Gentiles that we just read in 1 Corinthians, he said that you were Gentiles, carried away to these dumb idols because they started following the ways of the heathen, like we just read. Read that one more time.
But were mingled among the
Right, so they
heathen
mingled among the heathen, read on,
and learned their works.
and they learned their works, right? They started following the ways of the heathen, right? Read on.
And they served their idols.
And they did what?
And they served their idols.
It just said they were carried away by these dumb idols, right? Even as you were led. Read on.
So an Israelite can become a Gentile
Yeah.
if they follow the rules.
Following the ways.
That's right.
Exactly.
I'm learning something.
So that's why we're saying that here in America, our people following the ways of the nations, keeping these holidays and wanting to accept the things that they're pushing out. I mean, it makes them alienated from God. It turns them into a Gentile, right? So that's why we're saying we got to come back to the Lord by keeping His commands.
That's the purpose of it.
That's our purpose, to bring out, to teach brothers like
But
this.
not necessarily they call everybody Israel.
You said what?
Not necessarily they call everybody Israel.
Everyone's not Israel.
Okay.
The Lord divided the nation, 18 nations of people.
Reading your sign.
You said what?
Reading your sign.
Uh-huh.
12 tribes of Israel.
Uh-huh.
So American blacks are Judah.
Uh-huh.
West Indians are Gideon.
These is what the world would call us.
Okay.
This would be our biblical nationality. We would be Israelites, and these would be the
flyer, you got that too. So whenever you go home,
we would be Israelites, and these would be the tribes that we come from. Because the man named Israel, right? He had sons, right? And his descendants from those men, right? Which would make you from those tribes. You understand, Elder? All praise. All right, so you would be an Israelite, brother. So, as you as an Israelite, are you gonna stop eating pork?
No.
I want you to stop eating
I gotta
pork.
be honest with you.
So you rather get consumed by fire?
Well, I gotta face.
So you making that an idol,
I
bro?
gotta face God.
You making that an idol? You choosing
And
it?
it is more than that.
Are you choosing that over God?
That's
Like I
right.
said, we had mighty men that would rather die for that, man.
You got a good point.
You said what?
You got a very good point. But I'm not.
Come on, brother.
I gotta face God at some point.
You gotta face God. It ain't gonna be. It's gonna be
I
bad.
gotta make my case.
All right, brother, we want you to stop that.
I have Jesus Christ on my side.
You said what?
Hopefully I'll have Jesus Christ on my side. He'll help me.
Well, Jesus Christ said he's gonna destroy the sinners.
That's like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
I gotta roll, guys.
Break it
It was
down.
good.
So you gotta repent and keep the commandments, brother.
It was good.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 12.
bring it out.
Seek not death in the era of your life.
Do what?
Seek not death in the era of your life.
Don't seek death in the area of your life.
And
All because it tastes so good. I've been doing it so long. I mean, nothing happened to me. Read on.
And pour not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your
Eat
hands.
the damn pork chop sandwich.
Pour not upon yourselves the destruction with the works of your own hands.
BLT.
The works of your own
Right?
hands.
eating the damn pork, right, and destroying himself. Right, sad, man. He can't put it down. He just better face God. Well, it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be bad for you, elder. Why ain't it got too long, man?
They think he